worse things in life than death. Have you ever spent your evening in a sales tour where you have to introduce yourself 57 times? Mr. Chair, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and very welcome guests. And anybody who has an answer for who are you. Today I will tell you how to introduce yourself. An introduction is a starting point. It ignites the spark of relationship. It's a two-way process. In introduction, what you do is you relieve some secrets, and in return, you get some attention. Research says the best introductions are those are site-specific, target-specific, situation-specific, and well-rehearsed. I will give you examples of introductions and their effectiveness. Khalil Gibran, he was a great philosopher and writer. In one of his books, he wrote, "I never felt I am unable to answer a question except the time when I've been asked, 'Who are you?' And after that, he's quiet." Fellow Toastmasters, I know inside story. I'll tell you what happened. What happened was, he was caught with his girlfriend. Her husband became furious. He asked him, "Who are you?" My question is, why he didn't ask this question to his wife for the first time? Maybe he was afraid of her. Maybe she has already demonstrated skills to him. Well, he was furious and he started beating Khalil, giving strong slaps. His wife stood beside her husband. She pointed toward Khalil and said, "Beat him more. See what he was doing to your wife when you was away." These comments was shocking to Khalil. He said, "I was not alone. You was part of it." He was thinking, you enjoyed too. So he decided to react. And he came back with vigorous, strong boxes. She sneaked with Khalil, pointed to her husband, and said, "Beat him hard. He's such a jealous person, he don't do it, and don't let others do it." From here, I want to establish that you should be prepared for all the situations. I was looking for a job, asking help for HR consultants, and my consultant told me, whenever you go for job fairs or open houses, you should prepare an introduction page of 30 seconds to 1 minute. And the format was your name, your profession, specialization, experience, and if you think anything could be your employer could be interested, add to that. I was a little shaky about all this setup and results. On that night at Dundas Square, I met with two beautiful ladies. And one of them approached me and said, "Hi." She told me her name. I know that was fake. Her name, her fees, her specialization, time to play, and the limitations. And then I realized which works. Really, it works. After an official meeting, one of my colleagues, she was praising my presentation. She was saying, The wording was very precise. It was simple. I learned and enjoyed. I didn't tell her I'm a Toastmaster, very much articulate, and I'm afraid of grammarian. She continued, she said, there is a Chinese proverb that says, words are your babies, take care of them. She continued and said, how you made such a beautiful speech. I said, when I speak, I use birth controls. Couple of weeks back, no, couple of months back, yeah, it happened. Couple of months back, I was searching for a job and nothing was working. Very much desperate. I mean, how it will happen? I have no contacts here, no network, and no skills. A friend of mine, he knows that I have no public phobia. He said, try something on stage. Well, I tried, and then a comedy house asked me for audition. I went there, succeeded. They asked me for 2 months training. Well, since that time, I started introducing myself as a comic. I'm a green man. I travel TTC for traveling. In a train, I was talking to a lady. After some talks, she said, what you do? I said, I do stand-ups. She said, tell me a joke. If you introduce yourself as an engineer, nobody will ask you, build Taj Mahal for me, build a pyramid for me. But the problem with that profession is, when you introduce yourself as a comic, people want to prove you on your feet. I told her, look, you only heard half of my introduction. My second half is, I'm also a doctor and a gynae specialist.